Hey guys, Jay here again. So this video is gonna be so many places all at once, and hopefully it won't be too long. So a little update, I got my blood work back. It's clear, though I have a little bit of high cholesterol, which sucks because I'm only 20. That's sad. But clear, so I just have to wait until the doctor calls me back with my script. And I decided to go with Stroheckers because they do the whole bundle thing. It's the cheapest I hear, and what my research has showed me. So any other guys out there, who do you use and why? And okay, so a few things to discuss. I'm gonna try and give advice. Maybe, I don't know. I just feel like I should keep making videos to keep getting myself out there. And I mean, a few people have reached out to me, which has been awesome. Thank you guys, and thanks for the few subscribers I do have. I don't know if anyone's interested in anything, just ask, whatever, obviously. But yeah, so one topic. I saw a video the other day of these two guys, both trans, in a relationship. One of them just got top surgery, and then the other one was talking about how jealous he was that he had already had top surgery and all that stuff. My experience has been, I've had a really good friend that was 3 years almost on T and a year and a half post-op, and it was when I was first transitioning. I had just come out, and I was telling everybody, and I had recently moved and everything, and so after realizing that that I can actually have the courage to go through with this and transition and be happy, to see him there standing in all his shirtless glory, and he was also ripped, which didn't help, and I was so infuriated with rage because of it sometimes. I was so envious. But in that situation, you just have to keep your calmness to yourself. Give them positive reinforcement, your chest looks good, man, congrats for you. And recognize that everybody's journey takes time. And your journey is going to take your own time. And you're all gonna get there wherever you want to be, whether that's top surgery or just on T or none of it. You're all gonna get to where you want to be in your life, as long as you keep working towards it. And I feel like that got a little loud. So that was my experience. Just keep your jealousy, hater comments to yourself, because nobody likes that shit. And don't point out things just to be a dick, oh, your nipple's off, haha, mine's gonna look better when I get it. Don't be that asshole. It's fuck you if you are. So yeah, that's that. What else? Work. I think I need advice on this one. Actually, well, not really, because I know how to handle it, but my experience with work has been, I've never been out at work. I've been out to people at work, but I've never, sat down and said, hey, this is the deal, I'm trans, these are the pronouns. I've never done that. Because before now, I wasn't getting T, and I didn't know when I was going to be able to get T. And a big thing for me is being able to be out and in that limbo stage of not on T yet, but it's him, his pronouns, and you don't exactly pass. That's always been a hard struggle for me. I always thought I passed pretty well. I mean, I always thought if you looked at me and you met me and you saw my mannerisms and my character of who I am, I always thought I passed pretty well until I talk, and then people always get it. They always catch me on that. I get so mad. But at work, yeah, I mean, I was introduced as female, so I stayed as female because I didn't. And then my other thing is I don't know how to deal with that uncomfortness when coming out to someone and like explaining to them like, hey, like this is it. Like it's just so uncomfortable for the other person and for me. I mean, definitely for me too. But for the other person, I hate making other people feel uncomfortable, especially in a business aspect. Especially like where, you know, you do work and that's what it's about. So if I hung out with people outside of work, I would tell them. But in work, I was never out to everybody. Now, I'm in the position where I'm just starting a new job. I haven't started yet. I'm starting this week. And I'm also starting to medically transition within the next week. I'm starting T. So, though changes don't happen overnight, they're going to be happening within the next couple months where things at least start changing. And they're going to notice that. And also, I'm sick of living by the lesbian stigma when I'm at work, because I'm a cook, and I've been a cook for a good couple years now, and we are the dirtiest motherfucking people you have ever met. Like, not like the kitchen's dirty or we're dirty, but I mean like dirty-minded people. Like, cooks in a kitchen are like the misfits of life come together to give you dinner, pretty much. And it's like we make comments to each other all the time, and you rag on everybody, and it's like that's what you do, that's the way it is. I mean, obviously not for everybody, that's been my experience, and that's the way I am too. Like, I rag on people, people rag on me. And one of the biggest things people make a comment on is the fact that I look like I'm a lesbian, and they think that I'm gay. So they decide to tell me all the gay jokes and all the dyke jokes and all that shit, and it's like, I don't care, dude, because I'm not. And you just don't know that. So I'm sick of living by that, so I really want to be straight up with my work. And luckily, I really lucked out with my job, because in their hiring folder where they have, what is it called, their statement or whatever, is like, we support and we try to advertise like individuality and uniqueness and whatever you can bring to that, like, hooray. Like, we what is the word I'm looking for? Oh, we promote like tattoos and like piercings and, you know, weird bands and stuff like that. So they're a really cool restaurant. And I met with my bosses and they're really cool. So I know they won't have any issue with it. It's just nerve-wracking, really. It's just really nerve-wracking. So that's that. Yeah, has anyone had a bad experience at work? That sucks. I know my buddy did. That sucks. Good experience at work. I hope I do. What else? There were a couple other things I wanted to touch on. Write this down. Listen to A Day to Remember. Does anyone like that band? Of course you do. If you don't, you should. What are some... Okay, so guys that are on T, or guys that have had top surgery, guys that have medically transitioned in some way or another, what if you... I personally plan on living pretty still. Necessary people will know. It will be a need-to-know basis. And that's how I feel right now. Maybe later on I'll be more open about it and whatnot. Right now I'm open about it because I have to be. But if I had the choice, I would rather just go about my day without any fucking questions and without having to explain anything. So, what happened, especially living in the South too. My mom came across our neighbor. Okay, so our neighbor, he's a cool guy. We've been hanging out with him for a couple months now. You know, we go over there a couple times a week, drink a little bit, whatever. She introduced me as her son and has stuck to me being her son the entire time. My mom has never slipped up in front of him. And neither has anybody else around him. And for whatever reason, whether he really knows or he doesn't, I pass to him 100%. He's never questioned it. As far as I know, he's never questioned me or my family about it. So, my mom had mentioned the other day that she had to buy my medicine, and she was talking about my tea, but she just said medicine. And he was like, well, what's Jay on medicine for? My mom decided to tell him diabetes, and I don't know why she got that or where she got that. I don't know. But, I wish she didn't. But yeah, what are some of your I don't want to say excuses. What are some of your cover-ups for being on T? Like, what do you tell people when people ask, like, if you're on medication or something like that, and you say you are, and things of that nature and whatnot. Also, like, top surgery, what do you tell people? Like, it was some crazy fight and someone cut you open? I don't know. Like, for me, I'll be honest here, I am missing a gauge, obvious. And Dexter, sorry. So, I'm obviously missing a gauge. Real story is, I was just an idiot when I was a kid and gauged up way too fast, and my ear blew out, and I didn't care, and I kept gauging up anyway, and then it just ripped in half, and it never healed right. That's not what I tell people. Obviously, I tell them I was in some badass fight, and you should see the other guy, and there's a reason why I'm only missing one, and couldn't get to the other one, and shit. I mean, of course, it's fun. I have fun with it. Of course, if it's a serious conversation or whatever, and we're, like, getting to know each other or something, I'm gonna tell someone the truth. But if I don't know you, if I don't care, like, fuck it. I'm gonna tell you the most badass story I can. I don't know, just because it's fun. Have fun with it, I think. I mean, that's why I still have it, so I can get people talking and shit. So anyway, yeah, like, what do you guys say about your surgery or starting T and going from all of a sudden no facial hair to facial hair and things like that? If anybody does try and keep it discreet, you know, I know a lot of guys on here are like out and proud. I don't know how you do that. Maybe give me some advice for that, maybe. But yeah. So this video is getting pretty long. I think I'm gonna cut it short. And I will update again soon. I don't care if you don't watch, but you should. Yeah, that's it. Just have a moment of silence. Just real quick. Moment. Okay. Oh, that was a weird one.